Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where today we are just pushing for Museum level 31 and also trying desperately not to get robbed. We are getting much more, I would say, aggressive heisting gangs on this museum than we have traditionally in the past. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna be okay. One of my helicopters is out doing something. What are you up to? Because we have $100,000 in the bank, so we should be doing something. We're still trying to get ready to fight a dragon. Working real hard on dragon combat. Also surviving Wyvern Way, right? Surviving Wyvern Way is important. We probably get some pretty decent XP for this. So we have to hit 45 luck between the lot of us to be able to make it through Wyvern Way. It feels to me like we're probably not close to... Never mind. I really did not have a good sense of how much luck Morris was adding to the team, I guess. In fact, we are doing really well on all this stuff. Somebody's going to get cursed. But, you know, we'll live. And this is dinosaur bones. So it's going to come to us in pieces, and survey level's not going to matter here. One of us has piloting skill, right? We could make this speedy. And then, honestly, maybe the curse doesn't even occur. We just go XP up on everybody, and let's try this node and see how much XP that grants. Because it's a node that's pretty far along in its sort of individual narrative. And I would hope that there's a chance that it would give an amount competitive to the university type nodes and stuff. I still do want to do this, especially because, you know, I want this to be kind of like the Everything Museum. I'm really curious what kind of natural spirits you can get from it. But we'll have to hire a supernatural expert first, and I don't know if we want to get on that just yet. Was there anything else that we wanted to do here? The preserved history stuff's definitely less interesting. We finished our Tug-of-War skeleton. We can, of course, fish. But our marine life expert has to get leveled up. I mean, that's probably the thing, right? Is leveling the marine life expert up. Somebody's got a hurty leg.
And I'm your host, Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Hold the applause. We haven't the time.
Right, watch out for the boggy one. I don't think I saw anybody go into that bathroom. I think you just came out. Nope, that's just a random person that I just dumped water all over for no reason. Okay.
Enjoy.
I'd like to formally apologize. I was just a little jumpy. That's on me. I'm watching very closely for guests sneaking into the bathroom with large amounts of stuff on their back. That said, we should probably speed things up a little bit. Aha! Look at you trying to bog my advertising ray. How very dare you. We have a 3-handed giant sword that we do not need. Let's just get rid of that. Theoretically, we have a security guard who is available for, on a break. Not anymore. You're not. You know, you're at maximum happiness. Why don't you do it? I will say this: we do still just need more experts. Like, stuff is always dirty, but unfortunately, that means reinforcing our existing experts, not hiring new types of experts, right? All right, let's see. Unfortunately, we did get the wildfire and the overall quest XP. Not very good, but let's see how complicated this skeleton is. Ah, that was just a dragonette, I see. Okay, well, 3 pieces. We might need to redesign the fantasy room a little bit, or maybe like give it a little bit of extra space, because it is starting to get overfull, and this is probably kind of a large base, would be my guess. Let's just send it to the inventory for right now. Try to keep an eye on the exhibits and on people behaving strangely. And also make sure that we're decursing people as we get them cursed.
The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye and good riddance.
But yeah, like we could use a second history expert, prehistory, and a second space expert.
What a bad guest.
Hey, look, it's the outcome of going to that space. I will say this though, the cash is flowing. Like we're doing well, even spending at the rate we are spending at.
To our team departing on an expedition, I'm sure you'll need it.
Gosh, it takes a lot of XP to get people up to level 10. Okay, the boogeymen I think are, yeah, they are no longer targeting us actively. Yeah, so what would I want to do? Honestly, like maybe the thing to do is purchase the plot next to us and extend Fantasy Room out into that direction. That would give us a lot more space. It's definitely more space than we need. So okay, right. People, I'm not gonna be able to check people because we're not level 10 yet. Never mind. I was gonna say let's just put everybody in the slots and see exactly where we're at, what we need. But the answer is we're not allowed to know that yet. And even with the XP journal, this is like a really bad payout. Well,
please join me in saying farewell to the expedition team.
This one we're not doing for the payout so much as for the cool dragon skeleton. Okay, Department of Culture is coming to check out the educational value of our museum. I think it's pretty good, actually. We have quite a lot of knowledge. Oh, as the team's about to carry away the precious artifact of learning, an opportunistic salesman appears to know nowhere to offer them an upgrade. I laugh at your offer. Oh no, my exhibit quality. I'm pretty sure that literally can't affect anything. We have played with that in the past. You know what? I'm gonna hire a second space applicant. The stuff is always filthy, and it does affect the amount of money we make, right? Yeah, it's always 350. So Devin Carnage doesn't love expeditions, is a great tour guide. You know what, Devin, welcome to the team. And then we're also going to put out a job offer for a new space expert. And then we're also going to send you back to college, and it is burning the cash, but we got to get it done. Okay, Morris and Mordred are pulling. So, like, this is frustrating. We hit side quest, and for some reason that caused these two to get hundreds of XP. The two that don't need it. I certainly don't need Tunisia to be level 11. Wow, that's a lot of extra bones.
We ask that you remain crime-free while security takes a break.
All right, do we have the money to do that again? It's quite an expensive node, right? That's not even the right map. It is a $28,000 node. So yes, the answer is yes, we do have the XP to do that. The one more time that it's going to take.
Restoration required on exhibit. It's no longer presentable.
Okay, the space exhibits should be a lot better covered now, and with 2 extra experts, our tours should be running more reliably, which is also money. And then we can start looking at these supernatural expeditions. We can do some poltergeist rooms around here, and it'll be cool. Also, we got like assistants and stuff naturally hitting level 10 without even trying. Assistant work gives really steady XP, it seems like.
Has been retrieved from thieves. No one takes our stuff.
Alright, so let's see how large the base is here.
The expedition team have returned with a curse. Someone has called wildfire. They're coming in.
Beautiful. Okay, what are we talking about? Okay. I mean, it's not as big as I was afraid it might be. We need to finish pulling the fire wagon as well. Right, I guess the thing I could do, I suppose, is we could remove this. We could move the soundstage out. Put the dragon there, and then the dragon's kind of near the other skeletons as well. Or put the dragon here. Move this stuff over there. Still move the soundstage out. Like, what if we put the soundstage over here? Let me just pull these out of here for the moment. I'm not allowed to, like... No, I can't box select these or anything. That's a shame. Let's put them, like... Not really in any order right now anyway. I like the sort of semicircle. I'm trying to make sure that we can do that while maintaining people's access to the benches and whatnot. Because, like, that's too close, right? So if we do that, I think we're gonna have to cheat the semicircle a little bit. Or maybe just not even do it. Maybe just I could set them beside each other in a line. I guess that's okay. If we do the semicircle this way, does that leave enough room for the dragon? Yeah, okay. That's all right. So let me throw some decorations behind this. What is your buzz thing? You just want to be near a pristine fantasy exhibit. That's fine. Hanging fantasy torch, blacksmith column, double banner. All of this stuff has just not been treated correctly. This will definitely help push up our museum rating. So I have hanging fantasy torch in the middle here is great for everybody. I'll throw in like a blacksmith column back here. Fantasy double banner probably in front of the column. Well, you can't. Why would you? It doesn't. You can't see shit if you put it over there. Yes, like right here maybe, and then. Yeah, that's got everything lit up except for... And you just wanted... Yeah, you're good. It's got everything lit up except for this, and we can throw like a thing on the wall. One thing I would really like is actually to throw a map on the wall behind it. I think this is a really appropriate time for a really appropriate place for a fantasy map. Like, this is where we went to fight the dragon. That did not do it. What if there were 2 of them? There we go, flawless. You guys wanted to be near dinosaur bones, and you have been placed near dinosaur bones. You have no other decoration points. So like this is what I'm talking about right here. I think this looks very good. Like this is where we found that thing. And yeah, well, that's worth a lot of stuff right by itself. A little bit of like period lighting over here in the corner. Please don't burn yourselves. This also wanted to be near dinosaur bones. And yeah, a little bit more cold weather with the decorations around here. I'll put a cold rock in front of it, and then like some hanging amber in the center of the area. What is your thing? Your thing is okay. The interactive ones don't have a buzz bonus. So then I probably don't want to do plants. Could put up a banner here advertising this is where the bones are. Come get you some of them bones. Does he have like a spear? Yeah, this exhibit has a spear in it, so I don't know. It feels thematically appropriate to just put like another spear here. This is how big the spears were that they used to try to catch these creatures, and that's why they never did, and everyone died. Okay, this thing is rad. And so now that this is like a 3 set of dinosaur bones, I almost wonder if it's worth a tour. Also, I forgot that we had not finished this yet. Where was this from? Flew Pastures? Okay, the map right in front of that. Well, expedition unaffordable, 25K.
Me. And for this exercise, we'll
Probably worth going to and wrapping up.
Noticed.
That room is probably about as packed as it can get, though.
Catering themselves.
All right, so that's going to push Grayling up into the up into level 7.
To children.
There is a note on the map that we can use to push further once we get to level 8, obviously.
Swinging with reckless abandon outside the supermarket.
Okay, we managed to go through that cushion,
Stop thinking of
but we got a lot out of it. We got a whole dragon skeleton
Should
out
go
of it.
without saying, but here goes. No climbing on bones, fossils, or other prehistoric memorabilia.
And unfortunately, all that effort getting that whole skeleton in place and then actually decorating for all of this stuff that hadn't been decorated for properly, it hardly did anything to our museum level. We are just barely 28. So that's not ideal. Gosh, I hope this area is fun enough. You know, the entertainment, it strikes me that the entertainment level around here is like not the most awesome. We could maybe throw in an interactive display right there. Like a realization station, something real small. It does not feel like an appropriate place for a Meat Wizard machine. There's an exhibit collector coming. It seems very unlikely that I would sell. Alright, let's get Flew Meadows going. We're going to get these guys to 10 eventually. God, Morris has ground to cover. So here we're just trying to pull Fire Easing Wagon. We are 4 points of dex away from beating that wildfire. And I know he doesn't have 4 points. Well, if we're doing it speedy, we're flipping a coin on which event we got. Hopefully we just won't pull the wildfire all that often. All tours had high knowledge, above average info stand knowledge. Our educational value as an institution is beyond reproach. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of bullshit, especially bureaucratic stuff around the funding and whatnot. And obviously, I don't have any of the training. I would have to start from square one. But man, there's a part of me that thinks that this is probably a pretty fantastic job, just like in terms of feeling like you are adding something positive to the world, and
Here's a shambles.
the parts of it that aren't horrible bureaucratic bullshit are also probably pretty interesting. You know? Alright, we'll throw that in. There we go. That should be a little something extra. Kids love dinosaur bones though, right? I don't know for sure that the dinosaur bones exhibits give entertainment for the child guests, but they fucking should.
This place.
Okay, so yeah, sometimes it feels like everybody pulls really good XP off this node, and sometimes not. I'm not sure how random that value is.
Please welcome the collector to the museum.
Pretty good.
Happy shopping.
Okay, one of our space experts is giving tours, which is not entirely ideal. I mean, I'm sure they try to give tours about their own stuff, and actually, I don't know if that affects the quality of the tour, if the tour guide is of the correct type or not. It probably does, right? Intuitively, it makes a lot of sense that it would. Expedition level, go fast. We've gotten a lot of value out of that wizard being trained to fly a helicopter in combat conditions. Shit has really worked out well for us.
Do not
Oh,
worry.
we're probably not running a marketing campaign now. I ran that one-off
You don't
Yeti
hear
thing.
me complaining.
We should probably start a general campaign. Okay, that's going to put you over into 8, and then we can at least send you out on an expedition to a fish tank and maybe get some cool fish. The collector decided not to make an offer.
Needs restoring.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to give them... I mean, I wasn't going to do anything, probably, but I will admit, them not making an offer it hurts my pride a little bit. Despite the fact that I wasn't going to take it. Does this thing have its buzz bonus revealed yet? Yeah, just near a donation stand. That's easy enough. Okay, and it's only a 3-piecer, but I bet this is going to be a sword. It seems like on nodes like these, the rewards alternate a lot. Yep. That's fine. Just go ahead and sell that, and we'll get another one soon. I wonder if I should have one of the space dudes like actually confined, like zone him into this area and say just work here and clean shit up. Because it does seem like they are, like I said, I understand why these exhibits get dirty faster than the others, but I figured with 2 space experts it would be less of a problem, and it doesn't seem to be changing very much. Alright, we have been lucky here so far, getting that character development a lot.
Are welcome in the museum. For now.
So where are my 2 space experts at the moment? One of them is on restoration.
The expedition team are departing now. I'm always so glad.
Oh, I didn't actually hire the other one. All right, I put out the thing and then I didn't actually hire them. Okay. That'll probably help a lot with that now that they actually are here and extant.
Expert required to restore exhibit. You're the expert.
All right, I don't remember what the cost of that node was. 20k. All right. We'll see if we have a reasonable set of skills for it. Because we have the raw level now, but that may not be enough. Caught the wildfire, very unfortunate. All right, the flightless propulsion system. That's a cute idea, attacking dragon heads to the sides of the fire hose. I don't suppose this actually puts out fire in its area.
In ages.
It says functional pump. I bet it doesn't, but it totally should, right? Alright, so one of you two is going to have to fix that wildfire curse. Also, that's a little bit of bonus XP for our man there. And then the other one, we still actually don't have the 20. But so far things are going well. I will say the one place where this museum is probably failing a little bit for the staff is that now it's possible to be very far away from a staff room.
Tired of being tired?
They have to run a great, when they get tired, they have to run a great distance to rest and then run a great distance to get back to their job.
You need levy bet.
It probably would be worth establishing a second one somewhere, although I don't know exactly where we would do that. Okay. The blobfish has been sacred to Wetlantians since the dawn of time. We actually do need 3 levels of fish whispering in order to avoid an MIA here, so this node is kind of lying. I mean, it's not lying. You could just lose your marine life expert. But never mind. I guess we're not doing that.
Our patented 12-jet system keeps you suspended.
Well, in that case, waiting until we had 25k, which was like a single tick, let's just get you back out there.
For a physical mattress.
It's like
God, it's gonna be like 150,000 more dollars
From Bungle Technology.
devoted to just XP for that fish expert. Terrible news.
Evolved. May cause hypothermia, hearing impairment, and spinal calamity.
Okay,
Guess
so we definitely don't have the money to run anything else right now, but right, I still need to do this. We can pop out and just fire this from the aquarium museum once we actually get to fish whispering level 3. And in any case, I don't expect that to reveal anything. Although maybe it will. Maybe it'll run a line through here. We can come over here and try to get some stuff done there. You know, we might find a decent event in 2, and there's some bonus levels and whatnot. Yeah, plus 15% happiness. I mean, that's fine. We're getting real close. Yeah, and I'll be happy when we finish these maps. I like getting to see everything a map has to offer.
reminded.
For now, I suppose
Monitoring the exhibits.
waiting for money is the
You
game.
just happened to be on camera.
Do we want to make anything else?
Analyzing.
Of course, if we get more cannon fodder, we're going to have to find a place for it. We'll probably get a trophy of some kind from the dragon, right?
Exhibit requires restoration. It really is.
Well,
a shambles.
we'll see. We'll see before I decide to blow out a wall and redesign the whole front side of the museum. Let's actually see what happens.
The expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
Still only level 28. One thing that we did want to do was actually check out these supernatural nodes. So, if we bring our supernatural expert to Devon Carnage, and then like, obviously Tunisia is the counter here. Mordred doesn't quite have the strength on his own to fight off the goblin ghosts. If we bring him and Morris together, Morris has an automatic road rage counter. He's 1 luck short of treasure chest, and between the two of them, they can't muster 15 intellect. My guess is we have enough unspent skill points to cover this stuff, though. So Morris and Mordred both need their skill points spent.
If you're thousands of years old and covered in amber, please consider donating yourself to the museum.
I think we needed 2 points of strength, didn't we? We could party potion it. It wouldn't be the end of the world. It's expensive, but
Expedition.
we also could just not worry about it. Keep shuffling you back off to Ghost College. Alright, this will be level 9.
On exhibit. It's no longer presentable.
Hey now. I saw that appear. Oh no, you're got. You're got. You are already got, friend. Did that right as the security guard happened to be walking past while looking directly at you?
Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
I'll tell you what, that guy didn't go to Ghost College. Although I guess they don't really teach you in Ghost College. They probably don't spend a lot of time teaching you how to do things unseen, because it's not really a problem that they have. It's really kind of the opposite, right? Maybe he did go to Ghost College and he was exercising his minor in being more visible to those around you. Alright, everything's 25k. I am not paying you money for a thing. The trader says they possess the county's first ever penny crusher and claims the one held by the Department of Culture is a fake. For a fee, she promises to deliver your item to the museum. Suspecting the trader of forgery, your crew politely declines, then mercilessly criticizes the merchant's character once she's no longer in earshot. I feel like you could do it before that.
But they're not prepared for this.
Come on, show me that 5. Yeah, we did it. We made it. Fantasy. Okay, so Devon and Mordred and Morris. Well, there's the treasure chest. So we're going to get a natural spirit. This is a thing where quality can matter, so we are going to go for this. Unfortunately, that means we are for sure taking the injury. I mean, yeah, because we're definitely survey scanning, right? All right, let's hope for tremendous experience points for all. I don't think it's very likely,
Leaving for thorough
but who knows? Maybe it'll turn out there was a typo
time.
in that event. There's an extra 0.
Expert needed to restore exhibit. Thank you.
Yeah, please give us your twisted torso statue. We'll display it with pride in the space room, perhaps? Did you know that in olden times people had torsos and they kind of look like this? It's true. There's not quite enough decoration around that thing. We'll throw something up on the wall. It'll be fine. So, decorations, spacey kind of stuff. You know, there could be like a wall button display over here. That wasn't quite it. And then, cheese. And then what if the walls were dripping with cheese? Why, that would solve all of our problems, I reckon. Okay. Much like in real life. Very few problems you can have that can't be solved by greater cheese access.
Tickets can be exchanged for a visit to the
Yeah, I don't know where
museum.
people are getting all these bear outfits. Is there a thing in my museum that's outfitting people as bears? Maybe the genie really loves to turn people into bears? I don't know. What an extremely normal looking poultry pool. It does not have a maxed out decoration level. Well, that's strange. Strange but fixable. What if there was another merchant pot here? Bam. Problem solved. This is what I was talking about in terms of giving back to the community, right? Come in here and solve difficult problems like that. Problems that you really need a lot of schooling and training to come at. Okay, this one's going to bring you real close to level 10.
Expedition. I'm sure you'll need it.
I'm surprised at the length of this expedition, given how close it is to sort of the front of the zone. I guess it does look like it's a dead-end node, so those ending nodes are sometimes quite large.
Fetch the crew.
Okay, XP's pretty bad. Mordred needs to... It's always face repair. Yeah, the XP is like really bad. We did also make $7,500 though. It's a goblin. While known for many skills, countless talents, and even some charm, death comes naturally to goblins, in a way quite unique to them. When it comes to dying, no one beats goblins. Well, that's a very sad way to put that. I'm going to send them out there one more time. I know the XP gain is abominable, but we're not going to want to have just one spirit in a room, right? And they're like rats. You got to keep them together or they get bored. So we will probably, I'll probably like throw this room up over here, or the intended flow is like this. I could probably make the poltergeist room like that and still leave room for the guests to walk in between them in that space. All right, our security measures are being evaluated. I think they're gonna tell us that we don't have enough cameras because they really, really, really want you to have a lot of cameras. It's like the number of cameras they insist you have is bananas, but we'll see. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oh, that's right. I was waiting on Mordred. Do we need to... Hold on, that's not counted as complete yet because I didn't take the crate. So you're going to be at... Yeah, we should do one more.
Dear deluded listeners,
Alright, you spent a lot of time. I like to think this is like apprenticing at the
this is from Gil,
apprenticing at our
who writes, "Hello, Nigel. Hello,
nautical
Gil.
museum, at our aquatic museum, which does have a lot of spooky stuff in it.
Thanks for the question, Gil, but I'll refrain from commenting if you do or don't mind. The last thing I need
Face repaired. Let's get back out there and test its integrity. You know, I forgot that there was a node over here that we'd never opened. It doesn't seem important, and it seems like it probably doesn't lead anywhere. But I had forgotten. This isn't the right map. Here we go. Mordred and Morris. It would be pretty sick if y'all could come home with something maxed out.
Gil's snapping at my heels. No, thank you.
Announcement. Staff look like they need some training. Announcement. Our security measures are being inspected.
Yeah, we're as ready for that as we're getting. So I'll probably have to remove these. Well, what I'll do is I'll remove this partition,
Exhibit.
and this door can get just bumped somewhere else or not replaced at all, because honestly, like, that door is serving a lot of the same purpose.
Announcement. Exhaustive expeditions may be exhausting.
In fact, let me just remove that now in preparation. Why are the two of you even... Oh, okay, they're
Expedition
going.
team have
Right.
returned.
Right, that makes sense. Never mind. Never mind my complaints.
For them. Announcement.
All right, Grayling. Congratulations, you're basically Aquaman now. And boy, let me tell you, there are going to be rumors. It's just kind of part of the job. There's nothing we can do about it. I do feel bad for you, though. There's always rumors. People are relentless about this stuff. What does it cost to build a poltergeist room? Actually, not very much. So I'm not super happy with that. That's a little small. Maybe I should do it up here. Well, it doesn't have to be a very large room, I suppose. Robbery goblins. I do hate the robbery goblins. They go right after the money.
Are operating in this area. It's a bit tense, isn't it?
All right, this is where we get a big boss goblin. Totally amazing, unique goblin spirit.
It's important that spirits are immersed in their poltergeist rooms, but that doesn't mean they are.
Okay, so yeah, this room does in fact have exactly enough. We get those notifications a fair amount after the theft has occurred, right? So probably I can't easily catch the guy at this point. All right, well, it is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but let's start dealing with these guys. So these are natural spirits, and they prefer a natural decor. Goop skunk basket. Would love it if there were an antique bookcase around. And you also love an antique bookcase. Okay. Way to buck the stereotype, gentlemen. An antique bookcase. Probably up against this wall because this wall is the one that guests can't see through anyway. And then we'll give you some natural accoutrement, like what if there was a bunch of moss in the room? That's pretty fun, right? And then like a wild waterfall. Waterfall's fun. And beds. That's a meditation spot. The bed looks slightly different. Can we get a meditation spot in there? How big are these? Okay, I mean, that's fun.
As medical attention.
And now that we have that, we pull back this partition. And I guess just close off this bit instead. And I'll put a for the moment a staff door in right here, so it's easy enough to cut around here if they want, or it's easy to access the maintenance doors from either of those sides. My intention is to keep this available to become a visitor flow area as we continue to add more exhibits and stuff, but I do wonder if maybe it would be a good idea to tack a staff room somewhere in here. I don't know. Okay, so we're getting somebody's face fixed. Should I just use Ghost College to push our fantasy characters over the line? Morris is going to need quite a lot of XP. I guess it's not a bad idea. And what else do we want to do? Oh, hold on. Did I I assigned I assigned the fish thing. I remember because I said that very cool and normal thing about Aquaman. I didn't start any of the rumors, all right? I'm aware of them. This could potentially run up to here, and we've never done this node before. It requires somebody with pilot wings level 2, which I think we have, right? I did train an assistant or a janitor or somebody. Yeah. So we've got some pretty solid experts here. Somebody needs to have 2 levels of survival. Well, that's not ideal. I mean, trying to get Hester to level 15 feels like a fool's errand. We could get a second botany expert and try to get them the survival skills we need. They'd only have to be level 5. It's not really that difficult. And look, Florian Fungusberger is basically ready to do it right now. Florian, I guess welcome to the team.
Reminded to resist the urge. You're doing so well.
We have a lot of botany experts for the number of plant exhibits we have, which I think is actually 0.
Today, I'll leave you with some musings. One can't
But we
help
shouldn't
but
just
feel
not
that
be,
things are drying up here on
annoying.
the county's surface, only getting more dire by the day.
My cameras are
So
optimized
if
to watch
any
the
of our
exhibits, not the
stylish
donation
sea-dwelling
stands.
relatives are listening in, know that I'm ready and willing to drop by for a visit or a permanent position on Wetlantis Radio. Whatever's easiest. Let's take the plunge. I've been Sir Nigel Bickleworth, and this might have been my final show on 2 Point Radio. Toodles!
That guy is a land trader. That's what we call them. So I think like over here we've done all the nodes, right? We've been to all these places enough to see everything they have to offer. So we know they don't open up any additional space. We haven't pulled everything from this node, but having gone through it once, I would think would be sufficient to show us anything beyond. This node I was able to just skip. But now we can do this. We are unfortunately going to be having some stagnant water type troubles. Not a huge amount that can be done about it, sadly. Lester Juggle just has no trainings. I could probably fix that up. That could be better. Now we're gonna get some kind of fish. Well, make it a good version of that version of fish.
Stolen exhibit has been retrieved.
And then
from
also-
leaves. No one takes our stuff.
We are, as ever, going to need more survey scanners. It turns out there just aren't enough in the world. That's handy. Finished our
Great on the helipad.
our display of the torso.
Team have re-
Alright, so that puts Morris about a third of the way through that level.
Some good news.
So what does this look like? Nothing. I sent our guy out, right? Of course. You can tell I'm starting to lose cohesion here a little bit. Is there anything else that we want to see? There's an enchanting item there. We still never did see what the mountainous plant was at this node, which is very strange. Oh, right. For the purposes of the Jagged Jaunt, let us jump over to our aquarium just very quickly. This one. Yeah. We definitely have 3 sea monsters thanks to the dredge stuff. At least I'm pretty sure. So go. Okay. 25k. Requires 30 total intellect to not get captured, and we only get one fantasy expert, but I think actually that's going to work. And then obviously back from here to there. It would be kind of nice if they didn't make you do that, if all of the unlocks always considered whether you have those qualities met in one other museum.
They asked questions. Yes, some dinosaur skeletons are mix and match. That's just good science.
The lighting got a little weird on reload, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so unfortunately, this is... Oh, right, our marine guy is still out.
Harrison Wolf on 2
That's going to have us focusing on a person who is already high level, one of our already high level fantasy experts. So let's push the bard, because the bard needs a little bit more help.
Wolfman, Harrison Wolf, howling at the moon on 2 Radio.
And we can throw some training at what's his
We've got
face.
some work to do.
Oh no, not yet.
See
Mordred
if you
can't
can
train
howl
just yet.
along to this next song. I dare ya.
Should I get you another level of analysis? It is +3 intelligence. Okay, so the question is whether that's really what we're going to need. That's part of the reason that I want to be able to put everybody actually in the mission thing, and then compare our total stats to what we need. Because I know it's gonna be a little close. Museum levels slowly arcing upward. We've been doing a lot of preparing people for stuff and not a lot of actually getting new exhibits. Yeah, no security cameras active, not enough security cameras, and the security room is poorly decorated. That feels... It's crazy that he came in during a period where the security cameras weren't active. It was like the guards just took a break. I should be able to tell the guards. You should be able to pass along that there's an inspection. And have people kind of... I don't want to say crunch, but you know, the hop to. During these times of additional stress. Alright, so that's going to get you pretty close. And we do have the money to send one of you back. So Mordred needs 180. Yeah, Morris might be able to get there without spending 25,000 of our dollars. But let's go ahead and commit Mordred.
Donation stands are full of money and unable to hold more.
I'm pretty sure it was just the goblin.
The expedition is leaving now.
Stupid coin goblin, not having deep enough pockets. Alright, got a couple of survey scanners, although that's not exactly what we need right at this moment. Now, staff level does contribute to your museum level, so all of this training and stuff that we're doing, it is or not the training, but the I guess training does too, huh? I was gonna say they're actual levels, but also training helps. Maybe I should be pushing a little bit more to train people in like things like customer service and also flying the helicopter very fast. two of you who are like high level. Let's get an extra marketer out of it as well.
Frequently asked questions. No, I would not like to pick a card.
I did just commit both of my training desks at a moment when we are going to want to train people. That did happen. No, not trying to select you, sir. Please get off of the helipad. You are not allowed to be over there. Well, it's certainly a blobfish. Okay, creates more mess than usual. Eats more food than you'd expect. But truly beloved. Should be okay, I think, to drop it in here, right? Oh, except that this aquarium is so fucking tiny. Okay, how big is the blobfish? I guess I didn't assume it would be more than one. And there's no way to tell for whatever reason. Okay, can you go in there? Yes. Now, unfortunately, you want aquarium ruins, and I believe the swordfish doesn't. Yeah, and the swordfish is going to win on this one because he's a swordfish. Sorry, friend. You know, it's just sort of the way of who has the biggest weapon. So we're gonna obviously redesign the partition a little bit. Also, I didn't realize I wasn't against the back of the partition over here. That's not entirely ideal. I almost wonder if this room got like subtly moved. Because I want to feel like I want to think I wouldn't have left it that way. That's a weird way for it to be. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Just leaving the crate on the helipad forever. Helicopter slowly circling overhead, watching the little gauge. I mean, they're gonna let us land eventually, right? So how close is the bard? Should I just do something else with him? Yeah, like almost any other node should be able to get us there, I would think. So what's the place that we can send the bard for more stuff? There is cannon fodder here, and we don't know what it is. This might be too low level even, but I'm going to send everybody except Mordred. Actually, if we don't send Mordred, we're likely to take an injury. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Mordred, get in there, I guess. The delays or whatever. And we'll take a survey scanner.
Time travel is not permitted today, tomorrow, or yesterday. Thank you.
Did y'all know the helipad's unreachable? It's crazy, right?
Thieves were caught before they could escape with an exhibit. That was
Okay.
a close one.
So that's pretty fast, even at detail speed. We can do a couple of other nodes now. There was more than one thing that we unlocked here. Let's take our jagged jaunt. Tunisia does not avoid the thing. Never mind. We'll check out that one later.
Exhaustive expeditions may be exhausting.
There was another.
Sometimes there's nothing like finding your most inconsistent.
I don't remember what the other node
flashlight
was.
and taking
There was
it
another
back
node
to
that
the
we wanted to
woods.
use the
Last time I found a wooden
aquatic
door in a
expert on,
clearing
but
that took me to this twisted.
we'll just take it slow. Frozen cave person for 35k. No, thanks. My income is
Always stood for.
good enough that I don't think I have to do things
I'll
like
be
that.
going back next week for another awesome.
I should expand this forward if we pull
Right.
more fish that can go in there. So where else would it have been? So all the Scorched Earth ones. Bogle Burrows we know like the back of our hand. Yeah, we found both the things over here. I don't think we've looked at the 2-point C node in a really long time. So I guess it must have been a Bone Belt node. Was there another water one that I... I'll be honest with you. This is not all that impressive of a fish. I am not feeling like I necessarily got my money's worth here. There was this thing that I wanted to run, but that we don't yet have the botany person for. So actually, maybe that's what we're doing here. Did I hire a botany person for this? I did. Well, congratulations. Prepare to get boosted to level 5.
They might be too good.
I knew there was still stuff on the plate. I need to just have, like, post-it notes near my desk that I can just stick to the side of my monitor to the bezel when I have an idea like that, and then I just pull them down when I finish them. Except that we all know that that kind of laziness eventually leads to you writing down all of your critical passwords on them and just leaving them there so that spies can get into your computers. Maybe it's better not to pick up the habit. All right, what did we find? Was it the amount of experience I needed? It was not, but we're gonna go back. Okay, a flaming fragment of Wishfell. Throw that in the old inventory real quick.
Like they need some training.
You want Piper? Without even looking at how your pay is now, I bet you deserve a raise. There we go. There's the little green face. We are not, in fact, right. I keep forgetting that the salesman physically attacks you instead of being shamed. Partially because it's a ridiculous outcome. Yeah, I guess let's do this one more time. So, Morris, and we'll leave the wizard out of it because we can weather a curse, and that way the wizard can go do the other thing.
Investigation. They may be sometime.
Right, I should just be like laying on. There are definitely, yeah, people like security guards and stuff. There are people where we could just be laying on additional trainings that are just like broadly good. Like aerodynamics is good on everybody, right? And this is a cheap way to slowly increase the level of the museum. I don't know if I even want to place this. It's kind of an unimpressive piece. We'll see.
Staff should seek medical attention in the museum before going to a hospital.
All right, so if we did want to try this node now that I've kept the correct person back, we do not, between the two of us, have 10 luck. But yeah, I'd love to see a cool new sea monster.
Please excuse the exhibit that requires restoration.
I would also love to have
There.
an infinite number of survey scanners. And that's another training we could probably do. We probably have a lot of janitors who do not yet have workshop training. Once these two get done, we'll see about that. And hey, Morris is finally level 10. So we're going to have to de-wildfire Tunisia once again. Seems to happen a lot. That is a pretty cool piece.
Guests are thrilled with the price of the cafe. Should we be happy about that?
Alright, decurse Tunisia, and then once Tunisia comes back from this, we will finally be able to actually slot everybody into the dragon thing and have a look at whether we want to make any big training decisions and stuff. We'll have a look at exactly what we are short. And it will be time for slaying the real dragon.
Thieves have been
You know,
prevented
the big
from
one.
escaping. Phew.
And in the meantime, I feel like we've got our museum to, I don't want to say equilibrium necessarily, but you know, it's just like thriving. It's just quietly thriving, which is fucking rad.
Expert needed to restore.
Okay, so oh right, one of my experts is out on this. Right. Okay, collection of fantasy exhibits. You will not be disappointed. So if we look at the stats of our staff here, 156. That's not the right number of numbers. 15366 with a couple of skill points available. This is the kind of situation where we might end up putting people's skill points in unusual places, right? Where's a node that only requires 3 people? Here we go. So, we're looking at 45 intelligence raw, up to 50 luck, up to 45 strength, but it is the strength that we need to push the highest. Yeah. So with a strength potion, we can beat the Dragon's Breath. And I think we do at this point have the tail and the claw under control. We have 2 potions with 2 levels of potions. We only have 42 or 43 levels between them, but you know what? We can eat a curse. Curse is fine. Yeah, I don't care about the wildfire either. So I think actually we are on top of this.
Ages. People are starting to talk.
Do we have a strength potion? I guess would be one question. We got time for the rogue to put one together. Strength. Here we go. Currently owned 0. Yeah, let's solve that problem. And on top of that, we still have some like loose skill points. We still have some trainings that we could put out.
Inspected.
I think we are ready. Now we could expand out the fantasy room, or we could set up another fantasy exhibit somewhere over here. But I think this is where our sort of like botany and our natural world area is. So the spirits and the botany and the this is other worlds. This is our world.
Distract.
All right, Show me something rad. What happened? We got lost at sea for a little while. It happens, you know? Neither one of you knows how to pilot a boat, so. Well. Drains the energy of junior staff who enter their aquarium. Cannot be farmed in the museum. We don't want to talk about how you get one of these. And it escapes the museum when its health gets low. Okay. I mean, it's monstrous indeed. Notice none of this stuff tells me how big. I'm going to guess this is a 2. And like I said, I think I'm going to deal with this by extending this aquarium forward. Causing it to not have 2 room. Let's test. Yeah. Aquarium 2 full, but notice again, it does not actually display that on that bar, even though it absolutely should. So edit room. We do need another food dispenser. That one could go over here where the guests can see you eating from it because it's probably really weird and gross. And then at this point, we're getting some aquarium ruins in here. Sorry, folks, but sorry to our swordfish, but you've been outvoted. Yep. Okay. And that is an exactly full tank. So actually the fish person is 3 points. This is as big a fish as can be.
Get this man a cold drink and a chair to
Just
sit at.
walks around on the bottom of the...
And his moustache has fallen
Ugh.
off. Witness supernatural mysteries.
Well, I don't love that personally. But finishing that node did not in fact lead us to anything new. Now we know. All right. So we can actually slot everybody here and look at the math. We are exactly a strength potion off. Okay. 25k. The strength potion is currently cooking.
Thursdays at 9 on live TV. Somewhere.
Prehistoric items.
I would like to do this as the sort of climactic element of this this episode, I think. Actually, one thing I do want to look at real quick is the other 2 points that we can't match. The Wildfire Curse, the Magic Misfire is a level thing. The Wildfire Curse, could I give you +3 intelligence? Yeah, right?
Guests stuck in the museum should wait for help indefinitely.
And then let's go ahead and give you the analysis training. Training doesn't take as long as item production usually does. The only thing is, you might be giving a tour right now. You sure are, but it's a short tour. It's the Frozen thing. What is that you were okay. You know what? As a professional, I'm just gonna let the professional decide how the tour should be given. Oh, this knowledge
Staff can
board.
receive training to be less useless and more
Yeah, should
useful.
probably be over here in a place where it can cover the ghosts as well. Okay, Wizards just now going over there because they were running a tour. It's fine.
Port vandalizer.
We are mid-level 30 now.
Obviously.
without too much more placement. I mean, the fish person helped. But when we slap down our fantasy trophies, we will for sure hit level 31. Just waiting for this to complete so that we can avoid one more curse. And then we're going to go have a successful battle with a dragon. The fantasy party at the other museum just kind of warmed him up. You know, slaughtered his children, got him angry. Now we do the thing. Had some snacks. The Dragon King of Scorched Earth. Bringing a strength potion. And somebody is definitely getting cursed.
The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye and good riddance.
I'm really pleased with the way this museum has worked out. So over here, we're probably sending that botanist back to school. Yeah. Get a couple levels of survival training. Just a little bit more stuff we can do. Look at this. We got people giving all kinds of diverse tours about all sorts of knowledge. This area, like, if we ever put our equipment back, the museum would gain a ton of buzz. Honestly, that might have been enough to put us up to level 31.
Drink at alarmingly affordable prices.
But why would I put it back when I need it constantly for everything? Alright, the Dragon King's arena contains an abundance of fantasy riches. There's time for one of your team to choose a memento. Oh, we're definitely interested in magic vials. Confronted by an endless variety of elixirs and concoctions, the Panic team member chooses the bubbliest, most impressive-looking potion they can find. So we got an invincibility potion, and also a cool trait. Gold was just going to be money, right? We sure as heck don't need money. Hi. Just shoved that whole thing in your backpack and just walking away. Is somebody on this? Do we have... Okay, Sally, you know what? I'm going to help you out here. Replacing Jezebel Binge, who was not on this job in the first place.
Unless you're a thief, you can keep going.
Alright. That makes me a little nervous because it makes me feel like the criminal she was pursuing is not that one in the first place.
Announcement. Stolen exhibit has been retrieved
Oh,
from
there
thieves.
was, in fact, another node to unlock. At Mount Gloom, the dragons watch over their kingdom from a great and smoky height and discuss what to burn next. You did it! The reign of dragons is over, and the kingdom is free from that particular installment of tyranny. Whew. In Scorched Earth, we work on a finders keepers basis, so whoever finds the crown is in charge. Here's hoping the next reign is a little less terrible. A goblin can dream, can't they? So, 30,000. What's going on here? Dinosaur bones, another piece of mythical gear, and very doable. My experts are not considered to be back in the thing yet. Hooray! Wow, 5,000 bonus XP. That is a lot of XP. That's a big level up. I am no longer being sarcastic.
Guess who don't believe in aliens?
We do need to gently decurse someone.
The expedition team are departing now. I'm always so glad that I don't.
Florian is supposed to grab this stuff. And I gotta be honest with you, I was expecting to get an item. But I guess this is the purpose of this extra node, is that this is where the item is. So as soon as you're back, we will go out and get our item. That said, you know, that did increase our average staff rank. It did not increase it by a whole value. Although, you know what? It went up before our eyes there.
Museum security.
Okay. Back to the place. I am very curious. So there's a dinosaur bone here. So yeah, we can put together the dragon and also a piece of mythical gear, which is probably always pristine. So I would think that we could do this at speed. Oh, you're also cursed. When did you also get cursed? Well, it's fucked up your stats enough that we're actually not beating the MIA anymore. So hold on a second. You also need to be decursed. Lowers fantasy stats indeed. Okay, while that's happening, is there another watery node that we wanted to grab? We can just grab some weird botany. Yeah, these plants are edible. We've also never actually finished a Tiarasaurus Rex. If we're going to expand that room, then we can definitely get another skeleton in there. And we can definitely get trees. What do I not have? I don't have a botany expert who's level 7. I have 2 level 5s. Okay, fair enough. Oh, this requires plant camouflage, which is a different problem. So you know what we're going to do here? We're going to send one of our botany experts out to become level 7. That's going to be my plan. The other one's got to be closer, right? Yeah, Piper. Why did I need 2 points of survival skills? I already don't remember.
Absolutely ages ago.
Again, post-its. Post-its would have been wise. And as soon as the decursing is finished, out we go to claim our reward.
On 2 Point Radio, it's time for factual.
I might even open up 2 plots next to us. We'll see.
Let's turn the truth upside down just to see what happens. This is from.
But I know that I want to focus on this. We're still only pulling 44 total decks. That's bizarre. Well, it's unfortunate that there's no way to do it from here. But let me throw everybody's stats on them, because obviously we will
Play the cheesy gubbins
have
over
some extra
in
stats
reverse.
from all of the
You can
XP
still
that we
hear
gained.
Undead spirits saying, "Sneebug yeesish." Let's hear that now. You can't deny it. He's onto something. What does that mean? I'll stay on this end. See if I can figure it all out. After this.
Amazed that there seems to be nonsense coming out of the game if you play the audio backwards. You know, at least the people... Oh, because the problem is that you didn't actually get your magic misfire removed. That's weird. In any case, we're good now, and wildfire... I don't know that I care enough even to deal with it. What am I going to XP journal, though? Because we could just, like, throw on a party potion and then we're good. I'm going to boy, we really don't need more XP, but I guess it does speed things up a little bit. And then yeah, we can go speedy here because the chopper.
About museum surveillance. There's a camera in here.
So,
Hear me complaining.
talking about opening up this plot. That was kind of fun to watch.
Someone is
And then maybe opening up this plot too?
may need dislodging.
We're gonna have more room than we need,
Saying
certainly.
farewell to the expedition team. They may never come back.
Instead of opening up both plots, I may be able to just I may be able to just rearrange where everything is. We could probably fit everything into just this extra space. All right, we'll figure out why I needed somebody for that other thing later. I'm gonna get Piper. Yeah, all right. This is probably too much money to pay for the amount of XP that Piper actually needs, but it's fine. Is wild how many people want maps right away. They're not even hikers. They're mostly Yetis. Okay, Jumbo are here to promote their museum by ruining ours. I do not love that. Okay. None of this matters because that's just an XP thing. That's not even real. Did we just get targeted by a gang and then immediately all of my security guards decided they don't want to work cameras anymore? I guess, do I really only have one security guard with camera skill? Well, congratulations, Tessa. Welcome aboard.
The expedition team are back. I have a good feeling.
And we did have somebody gain a level. Okay. Heavy is the head that gets to boss everyone around. Grants the regal power to make others rejoice. So I'm going to not yet remodel into this area. I am just going to throw this down kind of over here somewhere. And it's going to push us over the top, I think. We're going to get our star. A mountain trailer unlocked. Huh. This is typically the stage at which I'm dumbfounded and stupid furious about whatever semi-philanthropic nonsense you're up to. But not this time. This time, it's almost over. What a menacing thing to say to me.
News now that the Yeti elders are said to be visiting the Mountain Museum, with rumours swirling of a special exhibit that could be on display soon. Still no word on the location of the old curator. Remember them? This story has well and truly gotten away from us. I've been Hayley Von Trowell, and this is 2 Point Radio.
Yeah, it does seem like we're almost not even looking for them anymore, doesn't it? Like, not even a little bit. The Yeti elders were very thankful to see an ice crystal again. You've done a great deal for us, and we feel we must repay you in some way. We'd like to start by making you an honorary member of the Bigfoot Foundation. The elders have also asked that I give you this gift to mark the occasion. Is it the other curator? Well, isn't that thoughtful of them? Against all odds, you really have built an exquisite museum on top of a mountain. It's just a shame we never found the old curator. Let's melt away our sorrows by thawing out your gift from the Bigfoot Foundation and seeing what's inside. Indeed. So it gets a buzz bonus from being near a heater, because you know why. But part of what I wanted to do was I just wanted to put this down so I could see what it does when it's equipped. If we put it on Timmy Whisker. Okay, it's 20 intelligence. And that's it, it seems like. What is the silly wizard hat giving you? 15. Okay, so it's just a worse thing. All right, well, take that back. I'm gonna pick this back up. It is big. So we need to defrost our gift from the Yeti Elders to start the next star. And that is totally a thing that we're going to do tomorrow. Yeah, we'll probably I don't know what we'll do. I'm gonna expand out into this area. There's gonna be things are gonna look a little different when you come back. So that's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We are a single star away from Curator Class 10 and what I would consider to be a semi-total victory, which is the second best kind of victory. Come back next time to see us make it the rest of the way, maybe. And we'll see you then.